Hi guys.
Hey everybody. Welcome to Angel B Designs. I'm Angel B. This is, what's your name?
I'm Sonic.
You're Sonic. Your name is Levi. But hey guys, sorry I'm late. As you can see, this is the reason I'm late. I didn't want to cancel on you guys again. Xavier did have a baseball event. It's not a game. He did join a new team, and they kind of do some team building exercises and little events and stuff like that. So he had a baseball event at the coach's house. And so I was like, you know what? I don't want to cancel again. Levi can just come with me to the office and say hello to everybody. His dad will be here to pick him up at like 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock. So halfway through the live, he'll be leaving us. But for now, he wanted to hang out with us. So look, everybody's saying hi, Levi. Look, you see? What's that?
It's me.
What letter is that? You see everybody saying hi, Levi? You say hi. Okay, but what we're gonna do, or what I plan to do today, well, let me do some housekeeping rules. I'm Angel B. This is Angel B Designs. Thank you everybody for being here. I really, really appreciate it. For the lives on my channel, typically how it goes here is that, you know, it's interactive. I like to go live once a week so that I can answer questions in real time, and just kind of engage with you guys and everything like that. So with that being said, am I going to get right to the point or straight to the point? No, we're not going to get straight to the point. We're probably going to talk, chit chat, all those things. I might mess up. One of my machines might not work. That's just kind of how it works on live. Can you guys hear echo? Because I can hear it, but I don't know if you guys can hear it. But yeah, we in the lives we don't get straight to the point. But I do have the things I'm doing today. I do have pre-recorded content on this. So if you are looking for something that is straight to the point, head on over to my channel. I do have pre-recorded content there, where I get straight to the point, straight into the craft. But for lives, it is, like I said, more interactive. Okay, no echo. All right, great. So what we're gonna do today is a little bit of bling, a little bit of working with some Siser Vernice. I haven't been able to go live with it yet because I did cancel my last 2 lives. Y'all, life is whooping my tail lately, but nonetheless, we are here. So this is one of the files I want to do today. I did get it off of Etsy and it is linked in my description box. But I wanted to use, I think it's 2 new colors that Eve has. Y'all, I love this design, number 1. And of course, I love these colors. But I have a, what is this, like a dark green, forest green shirt, Gildan shirt. I'm going to brush in this design and I'm going to put it on a black shirt. But I used Icy Peridot, which on this green, I absolutely love. Okay. And then I use Icy Pumpkin and Icy Jade. Icy Jade is on the stem. And Icy Pumpkin is in there. And then Icy Peridot. Okay. So I'm going to brush in this design. I'm going to put it on a black shirt. And then we're also going to do some Siser Vernice. This hoodie I made for CJ. Y'all, I am in my hoodie making era. All the kids are in their sports era, and I need a bunch of gear. So I made this for CJ to wear, and I used the Siser Vernice on the front, and you can see how glossy it is. And then I put some soccer balls on the side. And if you caught my pre-recorded video from last week, I used the baseball like faux leather kind of textured vinyl. I'm using that again today on the soccer ball. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm lying. I ran out when I made this video. When I did this hoodie, I ran out. Okay. I was going to use flock because I'm making another hoodie like this for clearance. It's going to say Soccer Dad on the front. But I ran out of the faux leather. I did order some more, but it's not here yet. So I'm not going to do the sleeves. I decided to do flock on the big soccer ball that's going to be on the back. So on the one I'm going to do today, I'm still using the Siser Vernice in the red and the black, but the white part is going to be flock instead of this kind of like faux leather texture. But this is what we're doing. Okay, we're going to use some Siser Vernice, and we are going to bling. Now for the giveaway that I'm doing today, if you guys are new here, every Monday I'm moving. So I'm going to be leaving this suite and moving into another suite. And with that being said, there's a lot of stuff that I'm giving away. So today's giveaway, y'all have a lot of fun stuff today. Okay, I'm giving away a bunch of, it's going to be two separate giveaways. One is going to be a DTF transfer giveaway. So just some transfers I have had on hand for a little bit. This is a Juneteenth design, and I have like 3 or 4 of these. You're going to get some UV DTF stickers. These are so cute. I have this transfer. Like it's a bunch of random transfers that I just, because I always order more than I need. Here's another transfer. So once I'm done doing my thing, if I have, extras, I always just end up having extras. I always, y'all, I order more than what I need. If I'm ordering, like if I need, it's okay. You okay? All right. You just knocked over my trash can. So like if I need 1 hoodie, I'll probably order 2. Okay, so you're gonna get all of these transfers. I have a couple more. Here's one. And then a couple of these ones. I'm gonna say hi to everybody in 1 second. And then I have this one in a couple different colors. And then this one in black and white. This one in pink or purple, pink, blue, and green. And then this one here. Okay, so there'll be 1 giveaway for the DTF transfers. Let me put this out the way. And then if you have a laser machine, these came with my WeCreate. So I'm going to give away some of these because I know I'm not going to use them. But when I got my WeCreate laser machine, it did come with some of this kind of like pre-painted wood. Okay, so this is the size of it. And one side is painted and it has a little bit of a sheen to it, not super glossy. And then the other side is just the regular natural color. This one I did use, but I'm still going to give it away because, you know what? No, it's not that much on there. So I'm not going to give away the red one. But we have pink, gray. It's like a mustard yellow, blue. This is a chocolate brown, green, purple. This is a brighter yellow. This is a lighter blue, orange. This is a lighter green, and black. Okay. So you'll get all of these kind of pre-painted pieces of wood. They do work in the We Create machine. I have already used it. I used the red, as you saw, and I used white. So the We Create will cut these just fine. No issues. So you'll get this little pack of wood. Okay, so those are the 2 giveaways I'm going to do today later on in the live. Let me go ahead and scroll up so I can say hello to everybody. What you doing?
Nothing.
All right. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Hey, Carol. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Karen. Hey, Arlene. Hey, Bobby. Hey, Monique and Martha. Hey, C. Mills. Hey, Daisy and Darnell and Dee Dee. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, Porgy Town. Hey, Rosetta. Hey, Geneva. Hey, Valerie. Blessed Hands by Lillian. Hello, Rebecca. Hey, Addie, how are you? You okay? Hey, Smurfs Creations. Hey, Dimps. Sunset Dispatch. Hey, Belinda. Say hello, Levi. Hey,
Hello.
Hey, Iris. Hey, Willie and Barbara and Alicia and Robin and Cynthia. There we go. I think we're back. Did we freeze a little bit?
I froze.
Frozen?
I can't move.
Okay. I think we're back now, Levi. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, y'all, am I back? Am I back? Are we back? I think we're back. Are we back, Levi?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay. I think we're back now. Patricia, I'm sorry to hear that. You definitely have my prayers. No worries on leaving. Be safe. Hey, everybody popping in. I think we're back now, but hey, everybody. So I'm going to weed. I do have to weed my Vernice. I weeded most of it. This is the front design that I cut. So this is going to go on the front of the hoodie, the front of Clarence's hoodie. So I'm just going to go ahead and weed this, and then we'll start brushing in. But I want to show you guys how easily this weeds. This is probably one of my favorite vinyls to weed from Siser. It weeds so easily. I think hands down my least favorite to weed is Siser Flock. I do not like weeding flock, you guys. My cut settings for flock are I can never perfectly cut it. I don't like weeding flock. But this is probably one of my favorite vinyls to weed. It weeds so effortlessly. Like it just glides. You waving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'm weeding my vinyl. I'm going to make a hoodie for Daddy. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You going to help me?
Yeah.
No.
Why you got that?
I'm just going to weed it. See?
You cannot do it.
I am doing it. What is everybody working on tonight? Or are you guys working on anything? Levi, what's your favorite color?
Blue.
Blue.
Yes. My car is blue.
Your favorite color is blue?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Blue is a nice color. This file is so funny. Y'all, I got this file from Creative Fabrica, but if you guys follow me on Instagram, I don't know if you've ever heard Clarence in the background of the videos, but Clarence is that dad who I wouldn't say he's not super loud, but like when they start doing something good, like for example, if CJ's by the goal and he's dribbling the ball down the field and going to the goal, you're gonna hear Clarence. He's gonna be saying, "Go CJ, go CJ, go, go!" Like you will hear him. Okay, you will hear him. So I thought this was perfect for his hoodie. It says somebody's loudmouth soccer dad.
Am I clapping my hands?
Yep, you're clapping your hands. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and brush in this pumpkin. Hey everybody popping in. I appreciate y'all for being here. We're gonna do this pumpkin design. So I'm putting this on a black shirt, but I'm gonna use the same colors that I used on the green shirt, which for the big part of it, which is here, I'm gonna be using Royal Peridot. And it's like, it does have a green tint to it, but it also kind of has an orangey tint to it. That's why I think it pairs so well with Icy Jade and Icy Pumpkin, because it really does bring out the orange, especially on that green shirt. So I think on a black shirt, the Icy Jade and the Icy Pumpkin next to each other are going to look absolutely amazing. But this is Royal Peridot. Hey everybody popping in. I'm just brushing in some stones. So I already showed you guys the giveaway. If for those who have not seen my my craft vlog from this past weekend, so a She Shed update. I was like officially denied all the way. So back in what was that? When was Applique Getaway? Was that in August or July? Something like that. The city, so I live in a city that does require permits. Okay. Anytime I want to do anything pretty much to my house, it does require me to have a permit. And so we went to the city, or I went to the company that I was going to get my shed from. It's called Tough Shed. We went to Tough Shed and basically set up or planned out my whole she shed. We designed it, like they have a software. I designed it. I got to pick out the doors, the colors, everything like that, and the location in my yard where I wanted it. So we had somebody come out and they drew up a site plan of where the shed was going to go, because we did have to go to the city to get the permit. So we went to the city to get the permit. The city denied the permit, and they said that the electric company had a 20-foot easement on my property. Basically, what that means is there's a transformer and a manhole in my backyard. And because of that, they have to have safety clearances to be able to get to the transformer, as well as the manhole that's in my backyard. So nothing can be obstructing the pathway to those things. If you do put something there, they have the right to basically bulldoze it if they need to. So like if I wanted to put the she shed in my backyard, I could technically. I mean, I can do it. But let's say there's an emergency with the transformer, or there's an emergency with the manhole, or whatever the case may be. Or they feel that the she shed will cave the manhole, they can come and basically bulldoze it, or, take me to court and things like that. So yeah, I'm not going to do it without their permission. So basically the city was like, I mean, we can't grant you a permit to build this. You can go to the utility company and see if they will sign a, basically like a consent form saying that they agree to go ahead and allow you to build it in this space. And then you guys can map out exactly where in your yard it will go. And they can, basically sign a consent form. So I go to DTE. I reached out to DTE, which is the utility company, asking them if they would go ahead and sign a consent form to allow me to build anyway, and they declined. So I got that information back last week where they officially declined. So that means that the she shed is officially not going to happen. As a matter of fact, I can't put anything in my yard, like point blank, period. I can't put a pool in my backyard if I wanted to. I can't put anything in my backyard. So with that being said, I still need to be closer to my home for Levi. Can you guys hear that music in the background? Can you guys hear that music? I don't want to get a copyright strike because he's watching YouTube in the other room. I gotta go shut the door if you can. No? Okay. If you guys start hearing any music in the background, let me know, because I do not want to get a copyright strike on this video. But anyways, I need to be closer to my house, just because the winter is coming up here in Michigan. I mean, y'all, we have some kind of brutal winters. Them calling out of school for snow and things like that doesn't really start happening until like, I want to say like January. They don't really call out too often unless it's like super, super cold prior to Christmas. But like in February, we get a lot of snow in February. And I specifically know this because Xavier's birthday is in February, and it snows so bad around his birthday every single year. every single year. I mean, there was 1 year, it was like his second or third birthday. It snowed on his birthday. I mean, it was an absolute blizzard. It was like 10 inches of snow on his birthday. And I had rented out a trampoline park for his birthday. And I'm like, I started getting a ton of phone calls, like people saying they're not coming, they're not coming. So I called the trampoline park and I'm like, bro, like, we're getting 10 inches of snow today. Nobody is coming to this party. They've all called and said that they're not coming. Is there any way I can reschedule this party? Do y'all know they said no? They would not close and they would not reschedule his party. And I was so upset. So we went, but nobody came except for like my brother and my mom and my dad. And that was about it. And then we got stuck in the parking lot for 2 hours after the party was over because all of our cars had been snowed into the parking lot. So somebody had to go get a shovel to dig our cars out so we could leave the trampoline park to go home. It was so horrible. Anyways, stuff like that happens literally every year for Zay's birthday, around Zay's birthday. It either falls right before, right on his birthday, or right after. So I know for a fact it snows really bad in February. Anyways, the point of that was between sicknesses, between snow days, between, I mean, they're out of school one day every single month anyway. Like it's a Wednesday every month. Like this Wednesday in 2 days, they're out of school. So with that being said, even during the breaks and things like that, I just need to be closer to the house. I mean, Zay and CJ can kind of stay home by themselves. I don't like to leave them too long. So that's why I need to be closer to the house so that, you know, I can leave them by themselves, but I'm literally a 5-minute walk. But Levi can't be left by himself with his brothers. He does not listen to his brothers at all whatsoever. So Levi is going to have to come to the office with me. Anyways, I said all of that to say I did find a suite closer to my house. It's in my neighborhood. It is literally a 5-minute walk from my house. Like a 90-second drive. It's literally like right there by my house. And the landlord that is in my current building actually is the same landlord for that building. So because I've been in this building for 3 years now and we've built a really good relationship, he didn't even require me to give him like a new security deposit or anything. He's just going to transfer the security deposit from this building to the new building, and I don't even have to add any more money to it or anything. So I thought that was really nice. It is a little bit more expensive, but it is also a little bit bigger. So it kind of works out. And they have, you guys, this building does not have security, but the other building, they have like on Monday nights when I'm here at the office kind of until 9-10 o'clock, there's no security like when I go outside, and sometimes it's pitch black outside. There's also no lights in this parking lot, so sometimes I get a little nervous running outside. Not that my office is in a bad neighborhood or nothing, it's not, but you never really know, right? But at my other building, there is a security guard who comes in. He starts at 7 o'clock and he's there from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. So while I'm at the office and when I go to leave, I will have a security guard at the office with me. So that's kind of nice. Even though, like I said, it's literally 90 seconds from my house, and I don't live in a bad neighborhood, so it's not that I'm necessarily worried, but you know, it's just nice. Sorry, I'm not really in the chats. If you guys are new here, or even if you're not, if you have any questions, you guys feel free to drop them in the chat. I have seen some of my admin here. The admin names are in blue. Whether they're an admin or not, I know somebody will have the answer to your question, or you can ask it again and I will go ahead and answer it once I'm done here. I do go like scroll through the chat and make sure I didn't miss any questions or anything like that, but feel free to ask any questions. You guys, everything I'm using is linked down in the description box. I went to order, hold on one second, y'all. This is Levi's dad. I thought he was outside. He is not. He was asking me the size of jersey does they wear. Hey, everybody popping in. I missed it. Why did they decline you? McDuffie, they declined me because I have a 20-foot easement on my property. The utility company does. And I also found out the city that I live in, they have easements on pretty much the entire city. The reason is because of the way that they did the power lines. I live in a, yes, Levi. Yes. Are you going home? No, not yet. Daddy's gonna come pick you up, okay? The way that they did the electricity in the city that I live in, all of the power lines are overhead and they're not that high either. So because of that, they have to have security clearances basically to all of the power lines, all of their transformers, all of their equipment, everything like that. But that also kind of explains because in certain parts of the city, when it gets really windy, like even if it's not raining, if it's just a little bit windy, there are certain parts of the city that I live in that will lose power. And so what they're doing now is like for new builds, like new constructions, things like that, they're kind of requiring people to bury the lines. Like my parents have been doing construction on their house for almost 2 years now. It'll be 2 years in March that they moved out of their house, and they're still not in their house. Do y'all remember when I was telling you my parents were moving out for construction? They're still not back in their house, and it'll be 2 years in March. But one of the issues that they were having was that they took the power lines down to do an addition onto the house. And when they went to put the power back onto the house, the utility company was basically forcing them to bury the lines instead of putting them back up in the sky or the air the way that they were before. And the reason is because of, I guess, the issues that we have in our city. So I don't know. But yeah, I found out there's pretty much easements all over this city. And if you dare do construction where you have to remove the power line and then put it back, they're not going to let you put it back the way that it was before. They're going to make you bury it. And you have to pay for it because that's what they did to my parents. They made them bury the power lines and they made them pay for that. So, yeah. So what we're doing now is we have two ideas. What we're going to do is we're going to sit down with a real estate agent. And we're also going to sit down with we're going to have a contractor come out. So we're going to have a contractor. Uh-oh, my stone's flipped over. We're going to have a contractor come out and uh-oh, y'all, I got an extra stone right there. We're going to have a contractor come out. We could possibly add a
Where did I go?
third floor to our house. I'm sorry, not a third floor, a second floor. Because right now, my house is just a main floor and a basement. So like I don't have an upstairs. I have a basement and then I have everything else is on the main floor. Yep, NJ, that's exactly what it is. It's an old city. City's been around for a long time, a long time. I live in a historical neighborhood. So there are certain things that I can't even do to my house on the outside because my neighborhood is a historical neighborhood. Like the house that's next door to me, Smokey Robinson owned that house. The neighborhood that I live in, there was a lot of Motown artists lived in the neighborhood that I live in. And Smokey Robinson owned the house next door to me back in the 90s, 80s, 90s, something like that. So, yeah, with that being said, it's old. It's an old city. That's why they did it that way. All right, that is the main piece. Y'all look at me so cute. I'm familiar with Southfield. Okay. What a small world. I used to work for Consumers Energy. That was my very last job that I ever worked with. I was a call center rep for Consumers Energy. Let's do pumpkin. Y'all, look at this. It's a flock dot on my thumb. I wonder how long that's been there. I cut this template like 4 hours ago. So it must have been there all that time. This is so pretty. Y'all, I might actually be done before Clarence even gets back over here to pick Levi up. But what I was saying was we're going to meet with some contractors. We're going to see if how much it would cost for us to add a second story to our house and make that my studio for the time being. Because if I just added a second floor to what we currently have already and I left it just wide open, that would be a really nice studio. And then I could probably, while they're up there, just have them like soundproof it. I could either just do it like above the house, like above where the rooms are, or I was thinking about adding it above the garage. I can't use my garage because so that's one option. We're gonna have them come and let us know how much it would cost to put it a second story or put it above the garage. We're also going to meet with a realtor and a builder to see what it would cost to just maybe sell the current house we have and build a new house. Am I still frozen? Uh-oh. Am I back? I think it's good now. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna see what options we have. That's too small. Oh, so I froze when I was saying why we couldn't use the garage. So I can't use the garage, the inside of the garage, because we have 3 cars. We looked into getting rid of the 3rd car, so the Lyric. We cannot get rid of it right now. We're kind of, I don't even want to get into the Lyric and how much it depreciated in 1 year. It should be like a crime. Don't even get me started on that. But anyways, we have to keep the Lyric for now. So we have 3 cars, and the driveway is too small for me to not use the garage. So I can't use the garage for right now. So we have to see if we can either build on top of the garage, like put the addition on top of the garage, or I don't need a whole lot. Put it on top of the garage, or just add like a full 2nd story. We don't know what we would want to do. We gotta get a contractor out, let us know our options, what we can, what we cannot do to the house, how much it would cost, what it would look like, time frame, can we live there while they're doing it, blah, blah, blah. That's one option. The other option is we were also thinking about selling the house, because we did do some nice upgrades and the value did go up. So we're thinking about if we just sold the house and built a brand new one from scratch. And what would that look like? Is that beneficial? So yeah, that's what I'll be doing over the next coming months. Because I did sign a 2-year lease. I figured whatever I do, it's going to take me at least that amount of time to figure out and or build, if that's what we're going to do. I mean, we're going to build regardless, whether we build a new house or we build on top of the current house we have. Regardless, I'm building something getting built. So I figured this will give me enough time. 2 years will be enough time for me to figure everything out and get it built and all of that. So yeah, that is the She Shed update. Evelyn, no, because of the fact that the house next door to me, Smokey Robinson used to live there. The house next door to me is actually probably $200,000 more than my current house. There's that one, and there's another house around the corner from me that I don't know who owned that house around the corner from me. It was a celebrity, but I just don't know which one it was. There was a lot of Motown artists that lived in my neighborhood back in the 80s and the 90s. A lot of Motor City artists lived in my neighborhood. So because of that, our neighborhood holds its value. But yeah, the house next door to me is at least $200,000 more than my house. I know that for a fact. So even if I build the 2nd story, I'll still be like, I'll still be good. Oh, y'all, he almost messed up my pumpkin. I would have been mad if I had to scrape these off. Would they let you add on since it's historic? I think so, Deborah, because there was a house like 2 streets over from me. They did an addition, and they redid their side paneling. I don't even know if they were supposed to do that, but they did do an addition. Now the side paneling, I don't know if they were allowed to do that or not, but the addition, yes, you can do. It's the outside. I'm not sure if how that's gonna go. We'll figure it out. That's why I need to get with the contractor, get with the city to see what all I can and cannot do. I think we're gonna have a contractor come out, tell us what we can do, like structurally to the house. Then we have to go to the city to make sure we can do it, and then figure out the price. Does the price make sense? Is this too much money for this neighborhood? And then if it is, maybe see if we can build a house somewhere else and then sell that one as it is. It's a lot. It's a lot, but that's what we'll be doing the next couple of months. So I can be at home with you. We're almost done, okay? You ready to go home?
Mm-hmm. What about watch movie K-pop?
All right. At least my lyric for that. Monique.
What about watch movie I want to go?
You got it. You can go sit down and eat it.
Are we going home?
Not yet.
Are you going home with me?
Not yet. I got to do a little bit more work, okay? Go sit down and eat your lemon loaf. Monique, girl, I told Clarence to get a lease. Clarence has this thing about leasing, renting. He doesn't like it. He prefer I gotta own all my stuff. I don't want to lease. I gotta buy it. It gotta be mine. I gotta be able to do whatever I want with it, right? I told him to lease the Lyric because we already had 2 cars. Y'all, I'm about to go on a whole tangent and I don't even care. I hope he's watching too because I was right. I was right. I told him to lease. Now, I didn't know that electric cars depreciated that fast. I did not know that. Number one, I just didn't want him to buy it because I didn't want to be married to the car. We already had a car. Like I had a Yukon, but like the Lyric was kind of like a luxury buy. The Yukon is huge. And a lot of the times during the day, it's just me because the kids are in school. So I was like, well, let me just get something for myself. I've never had a car that was like just for me. Like I've never really made a large purchase that was like simply just for me. And so that's why I wanted a small, something smaller than a Yukon, but just something nice, just something for me because I've never done anything for myself. And so that's when we got the car. Now I wanted to lease it because I like switching out my cars. I like having a newer car. I don't really prefer used cars. I just like a newer car. I give it back in 3 years. I can get another new one. That's just my vibe. So I told him that. He was like, well, after 3 years, we can just sell it. And we can do that with a buy. You just sell it. Child. We went to that dealership with that Lyric. Now, granted, it hasn't been 3 years yet. That thing depreciated more than 50% in 1 year. It's a 2024. It depreciated more than 50%. Like we're upside down in this Lyric. And we were sitting in that dealership and I'm like, I told you not to buy this dog on car. And he did. Lord have mercy. I will never let him hear the end of that. Okay. And he will be on his deathbed hearing how I told you not to buy that Lyric. He will be on his way to see the king. And I will be like, before you go, remember I told you not to buy that Lyric? he will never not hear that I told you not to buy that lyric. We'll see what happens in 3 years. We went after year 1 to see where it was at, and that's where it was at, but we'll see. We'll see after 3 years. I said we'll go back on year 3. But yeah. All right, let me add in my other camera. I think my alarm is going off on it. It is. Do they all depreciate? If it was leased, it still wouldn't have been our problem. So I don't know. We shouldn't have bought that lyric. Shouldn't have bought it. Let me add in my other camera. All right, let me know if you guys can hear me. And if there's an echo. I think there was for a second, but I think I just fixed it. Okay, great. I'm gonna do the Vernice first. Y'all, going through my stuff, I found an extra pad, an extra pressing pad. I'm so excited. I'm gonna use this for one of my HTV runs. All right. I'm gonna try to do this soccer ball on the back of this hoodie. This is a large Gildan hoodie. I'm making this one for clearance. The problem was the material I have, because I ran out of that faux kind of faux leather. I had to use the flock, and my flock was cutting so weird. But let's see if we can figure it out. If it press right, it should be really nice. But this is the Vernice, and it's the flock. The white part is the flock. So I'm using the black part to make sure I line it up right. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm at 305. I honestly think flock takes a little bit higher temperature, but I'm gonna be pressing it a couple of times, so it should be fine. Let me make sure I don't have any weird extra pieces before I press this. I think that's good. Okay. I'm gonna press this at 30. We're at 305. I'm gonna press it for 15 seconds. I'm pretty sure flock takes higher time and temperature, but again, I just need it to tack down, and I'm gonna press it like 2 more times, so it should be fine. Yep, I know as soon as you drive off the lot, the depreciation happens, but like for the Yukon that we had, the Yukon is worth the same amount as my Cadillac Lyric, and my Yukon is a 2018 and my Lyric is a 2024. Like, that's how much it depreciated. It was a ridiculous amount, like an ungodly amount, actually. No other car I've ever owned depreciated that fast. Like, I'm not even joking. My 2018 Yukon and my 2024 Cadillac Lyric are worth almost the same amount of money, basically the same amount of money. And it shouldn't be that way. That is an ungodly amount of depreciation in 1 year. And it was simply because it's electric. It's like there's no other reason. Okay, this is the Vernice I'm layering on. It's not really on top of the flock because you saw that I weeded all those pieces out. So it's not really on top of it. There are a few pieces that are kind of on top, but not really. Barb LaFond, I don't. You did the knockout method for this too because so the Vernice is layerable. It's top layer. Oh wait, that's a cooler peel. Siser Vernice can be layered on top. The reason, so let's say I were using white Easy Weed, Siser Vernice can be layered onto regular Easy Weed. It cannot be layered on texture. So if you are using anything that's texture, so I'm using flock, that would be considered textured. Glitter, the faux leather I use, that's all considered texture. So the vernice can't be layered on texture, but if you're just going to use regular white HTV, then yes, it can be layered on top of it. It has to be a smooth layer, not a textured layer. That black looks really good. Sorry if the camera is shaking. Levi is kicking it. My flock, see, my flock is a little raggedy around here. That's what I didn't want to happen, but it looks like it happened anyway. It's fine. If anybody is standing close enough to Clarence to notice that, they're gonna have to back the heck up. Yep. So I don't cover my platen. I know some people do put covers on their top platens. I don't. I've never done it. So I actually can't even tell you the difference because I've never done that. Not one time have I ever done that. Um, a lot of things I don't cover it at all. For this, I did cover it with parchment paper. I have these little parchment paper sheets, and then I also have Teflon. So if I have to cover it, I'll just cover it, with the sheet. Be careful, Levi. Don't spin, okay? Oh, that looks so good. All right, this is the back of it. You kind of can't really see the texture of the flock that well, but you can definitely see the vernice, the glossiness of the vernice. I really could have, because you can't even really see the flock like that, I really could have just used some white easy weed. I cannot wait for them. I don't understand why they didn't release white vernice with the black and the red. It should have been black, red, and white. But hopefully they come out with it. But that looks really good. I love that. And then for the front, we're just going to add this SVG part. Y'all, this pocket is so crooked with this like this neckline. The pocket on the front of this hoodie is like crazy crooked. That's that's insane how crooked it is actually. And then Oh, this a really big SVG. That's all right. Careful, don't fall, okay? And I'm pressing 305 for 15 seconds. This lady is going to be so cute. Levi, you're being so good. Thank you. Thank you so much. That looks amazing. Amazing. Let me try to turn y'all. I can't see on the phone, so I'm trying to look like uh-oh. Watch out, Levi. I'm trying to look on the computer. Hopefully I don't freeze. That looks so good. Can y'all see the shininess? That's the back or the front, and then that's the back of it. And then when I get my other vinyl, I'm gonna put the little soccer balls on the sleeves. All right, now let's do the bling. Levi, stop spinning, okay? I'm actually out of Vernice too. I just used the rest of it making I made a hoodie for me, for Zay, for TJ, and for Clarence. I'm gonna do a quick pre-press. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you. Yes, I got him a treat before we even started. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Increase my temperature. I gotta go to 350. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, yeah, we went to Starbucks before I even came on here. Cause I ain't even want him, to cut up. I was trying to cross my T's and dot all my I's before I even hit go live. So he got a lemon loaf. He got the vanilla frappuccino. He has a bag full of snacks. His dad fed him dinner before he got here. But yeah, y'all might be seeing more Levi. Y'all hear that little coughing thing he does? That's his new tick. He's not even coughing. I don't know. He just does it to make noise. I'm not sure. I don't know. But it's like a new little tick he does. That Levi, Levi, scoot over there because you keep kicking my phone. Sit down right there. Thank you. I'm just waiting for this to get up to 350 now. But yeah, I think like that's his new little tick. Because when he's bored, he just kind of makes that coughing noise. You want to show your wiggly tooth? You got a wiggly tooth?
Mm-hmm.
Is it out yet?
Yes.
No, it's not. Not yet. He's about to lose his first tooth. You guys, he's about to be 7 and he has not lost a tooth yet. But we were in the car the other day. Well, I saw that it was wiggly because he had a gap in between that tooth and the other one next to it. But then one day he was talking to me and the tooth looked closer, like the gap looked smaller. And I'm like, why does your tooth look like that? And so I touched it and it was loose. But then when we were in the car, he realized it was loose and he started wiggling it and he like screamed at the top of his lungs, my tooth is wiggling. So yeah, he's got his first. He actually has like 4 loose teeth. He's gonna lose like 4 teeth all around the same time. And I actually thought I'm impressed with how well he's taking his tooth being loose. I thought that no, don't pull it out, Levi. I will throw up. Please wait for daddy. Y'all, I can't do like losing the teeth in the blood and I can't. I cannot do it. That's a clearance job. I will throw up. I will throw up. If you pull that tooth out in front of me, Levi, I will throw up. Please don't. Dalzell, I can't help it. If you pull that tooth out in front of me, there will be nothing I can do to stop it. That like the teeth, the I mean, like I can't do like really like deep cuts if it's a really bad cut or something. Like if it's an emergency, right? So CJ when he was like 3, he cut his arm real bad and he needed stitches. In the moment when it's like, bleeding and all that stuff, I'm okay because it's an emergency and I realize like the seriousness of it, like you have to stop the bleeding, whatever. But like when I took him to the emergency room to get the stitches, because we had to call an ambulance and the ambulance came and they like wrapped up his arm and got the bleeding to stop. And then I took him to Children's Hospital. When we got to Children's Hospital, I was fine up until they went to take the bandage off because at that point it wasn't bleeding anymore. But when they took that bandage off, baby, they had to ask me if I was okay because I started losing it. I was in the emergency situation, I can handle it. Like once the adrenaline has worn off and like you got to take the bandage off and you have to look at it and all that. Nope, I can't. I cannot do it. Cannot do it. And CJ is the only one who's had like a really bad like situation like that was like a lot of blood. Um None of them, thank goodness, knock on wood, none of them have broken any bones or anything like that. CJ just had the stitches the one time. Love that bling design, but my Cricut will not cut it. Iris, why won't your Cricut cut it? I missed it. Hold on, let me go up. Did you make your shirt and where did you get that design? Yep, Delphine, I made this image. It's a SVG and it is in my Etsy shop. I have this file in SVG. I have it in an SVG. I have it in a Bling. Sorry, y'all. Levi keeps kicking the phone. Levi, stop kicking the phone, okay? I have it in a Bling file, a regular SVG, and I have it in a applique embroidery file as well. This is the pumpkin, and I made it with puff metallic vinyl. So it's puff metallic blue and puff metallic silver. Vocals, and my son will repeat random sounds. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what it is. And he just started it maybe like, I don't know, maybe a month ago. Oh, that looks so good. That looks it's so good. A mortician? Yeah, no. I can't do it. Hey, Patrice, boo. Rhinestones is kind of hot. Do y'all know the first time I cut this design? Because I cut some vinyl before I cut this and I forgot to turn the mirror off. I cut my entire rhinestone template with the mirror on. I was so upset. So upset. Oh, it'll freeze halfway through. I don't even know how to tell you how to fix that because let me tell you something. I have never successfully cut a rhinestone design on my uh Cricut machine. Let me sit down. To my back. Am I back? I think I'm back. Okay, there we go. Um, yeah, I haven't been able to successfully cut with my Cricut. So I'm not even sure. Do you want the tooth comb? Here, bring me that. Hand me that. Bring it here. Oh, you got it?
Yes.
There you go. Go sit down on the couch. I'm almost done, okay? All right, I'll show you guys the shirt and then we'll do the giveaway. So this is the hoodie I did. I think this is such a stinking cute design. Again, if y'all could hear Clarence, go CJ, go, go. Like, it's so funny. But this is the Black Vernice. And then on the back side, I did white flock. I did the red vernice and the black vernice. So that looks really, really good. I did order some more of the, because I don't really like the white flock with this. I do prefer the little textured vinyl that I used for the other hoodie. So I ordered some more because I ran out. And so I'll probably either redo this or I'll just add it to the sleeves because I don't really like the flock, not as much as the other one. So I'm going to wait to do the sleeves until I get the other material. You okay? And then this is the Bling. That looks so good. I think I will say I think I like it better on the green shirt. I'll show you guys the green shirt too for those who missed it. I showed it in the beginning. So I used on the outline, so like all of the words out here, and then the outline of the pumpkin is Icy Peridot. I think I am missing a stone. Maybe not. I don't know. Or maybe one of them shifted. Yeah, I think one of them shifted where I had that extra stone at right here. When I pulled the extra stone off, it looks like it has shifted the other stone because it's not missing, but it's too close to the other side, if that makes sense. Anyways, I use icy, not icy. There is no icy peridot. I keep saying icy peridot. It's royal peridot. Or maybe there is icy and I just don't have it. This is royal peridot though. Royal peridot, peridot, however you say it. I say peridot. And then icy pumpkin. And icy jade on the stem. I love it on the black, but I think I love it a little bit more on the green one because I did put it on a green one too. I think I like it just a hair better on the green. I think the royal peridot on the green and even the icy pumpkin, it just looks really, really good on this like dark green shirt. But this file, all of my materials, everything I used is linked in my description box. Okay. Bling, the purple flock, I forgot to link the cutting mats, but it's all in the description box as well as the template. This is not my template. I got it from somebody else. Y'all, I'm gonna get one of these days. I'm gonna get back to making some templates. I don't know when. One of these days. I just don't know what day. But until then, I'm gonna use all of y'all's little templates up, okay? I am a-okay with purchasing y'all's templates. All right, let me set up the giveaway. We're gonna do the DTF transfers first, and then we will do the I'm not even sure what it's called. The wood. The little wood, the colored wood pieces. StreamYard. Yeah, I really thought that. Nope, not StreamYard. Why did I do that? It's 8:30. Why is he not here yet? Y'all, why is my husband almost home and past my office? Okay, let's do. So the first one, like I said, is going to be for the DTF transfers. The second one is going to be for the We Create wood. Let me go ahead and share my screen. The word is, or DTF. Like I said, this is for the transfers. Thank you guys. Of course he forgot. He was supposed to come to my office and get Levi, but he almost home. And I will get these out sometime this week, no later than the end of the week. Yeah, I have a couple of machines I'm gonna give away too. I got a bunch of stuff. I want to move as little possible. So I'm gonna try to give away and or sell everything that I want before I move, so I don't have to take anything with me. But I have a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff I have to get rid of. All right. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Good luck, everybody. Iris Glover, congratulations. Let me put my email on the screen. Go ahead and email me your mailing address. And I will get these out by the end of this week. I will give everybody a few minutes to kind of refresh your screen, get caught up in the chat. Refresh, refresh, refresh. And I'm going to set up the other giveaway. I have been looking up, like, I watch TikTok a lot, but I've been looking up a lot of like DIYs, cabinets, and I want to get into, not necessarily get into, but I want to learn how to use like more power tools, like a miter saw, how to make my own like tables, like everything in here, like all of these tabletops and everything I did myself, but they're very like amateur, like they're amateur. Okay. If you come in here and fall over or tip over, you and everything that you touch is going down. It's going down. Okay. And I'm the only one who's in here for the most part. Like Levi might come in here sometimes, but other than that, nobody else is in this space. So that's why I kind of don't care. But I do want to get to a point where it's not so beginner or so the word I want to say I can't say, but so like I don't know, amateur, I guess. I'm gonna try with the new office. I'm gonna try like the tables that I want to do, the craft table I want to do. I want to do a better one. There's the Dreambox people. I can't think of their names on Instagram. Create Room Co. The company that does the dream boxes, they have this table, right? Y'all, I've been looking at this table for a minute. The one that has like you can put a sewing machine on it and it goes down or it goes up. It's electric. I never looked how much this table was. I just was like, oh my God. I started following them. I saw an ad. I was like, that table looks amazing. And I started following them and I never looked to see how much the table was. I was just like, when I'm ready, I'll go over there and I'll, look at the price. Well, I want. Okay, I think I'm back. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Okay. But yeah, so I was looking at the cart. It's a beautiful table. I really, really want it. And I finally go to look at the price of that table. Yo, that thing is $1,700. I was like, you know what? I'm not paying that. I can make that minus the electric part, right? The electric part where you take the top part of the table off and then you can like raise it up or down. I can make everything else except for that. So if I really, really want to, I can just use a cabinet and then I can manually pick it up and put it under the cabinet or manually pick it up and put it back on top of the table. I'm not paying $1,700 for that thing to just go down. Okay. I'm gonna next time they do a giveaway, I might try to do the giveaway, but I ain't paying $1,700 for that. I'm just not. I'm not. So I'm gonna attempt to make a like knockoff version of that table without the electric part, like the motorized part of it. But I'm gonna try to make something like that. Okay. Wow, you paid $500 for that? Yeah, no. I looked today. It's $1,700. It's $1,700. Evelyn, I don't have the link to the table because I'm not buying it. But it on Instagram, if you go to create, I can't even think of their name, but if you go on Google and you Google Dreambox, the company will come up and you can go to their website. I'll just try to win it or something. I'm not paying that. Um, yeah, Deborah, check out Anika's DIY life. Okay. The dream, yeah, I think it's called the Dream Cart. It's like a table and it has a tabletop you can pull out, but then the top part of the table, you can take it off. You push a button and then it'll go down. Like if you have a sewing machine or if you have like a single needle embroidery machine, it'll go down and then you can put the top back on it. And then when you want to use it, you can take the little top part off, you press the button and it comes up. I thought it was so cool. I want to put my pooling on it. I want to put my pooling on it and have all my little pooling equipment because my pooling needles and my pooling like thread and everything that I use for my pooling is different from my buy. So I wanted to use that little dream cart for my pooling EOC06 and all of its materials so that I could have a place for that, my pooling machine. But I'm not paying $1,700. I will just make one. I'll just make a table. It's not that serious. I will definitely check her out. I'm going to screenshot your comment right now. I already watch Courtney like crazy. I know Courtney does a whole bunch of stuff. Courtney is really good. All right, let's do the second giveaway. The second giveaway is for the colored wood pieces, these right here. If you have a We Create machine, that's who sent me these. We Create, when they sent me the We Create laser machine, they sent me these little wood pieces. So if you have a We Create, the Vista, or the first one, I cannot think of the name of it, and that's terrible because I have one. I'm looking right at it and I can't think of the name of it. The one that's white and the top part raises up and down. If you have that one, or if you have the Vista, either one, this will work in there. Okay, and it's a whole bunch of colors. I have like 10 or 12 colors. That's what the second giveaway is going to be for. Yeah, I think I used my We Create like 3 times. That's terrible. But the word is wood. Thank you, Delphine. I appreciate you. Yeah, that's why I said if it's so the $16.49 price is the sale price. That's crazy. Yeah, the Vision. Okay, yep, that's the Vision. Yeah, that's I'm not paying $1,700 for that. I'm not. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I don't have no problem. Like my back is bad. It is, but it's not that bad to where I can't pick that pulling up and put it underneath the cabinet if I need to. It's not that bad. Okay, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. So probably when I get into the office, I will be making, you know, an Angel Bee knockoff version because I like the table. I can't justify that price for that. So I'll probably be attempting, like I said, a little Angel Bee knockoff version of that. Spilling the diversity. So I was actually thinking about trying to find somebody in my area, somebody local who does like woodwork. There's a lot of different things that I want built and made. And I feel like trying to learn how to do it myself, it is going to take forever. So I was going to look to see if maybe I could find somebody local who does woodwork.
Bye bye.
All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and draw. Good luck. Yeah, I don't have a sewing machine, NJ, so I was going to put my pooling and stuff on it. Mary Brown, congratulations. I don't have a sewing machine, so I was going to put my pooling. And then, like I said, like all of the equipment, the thread, the needles, the bobbin, like everything is different from my buy machine. So I need a table, like a dedicated space for my pooling. And I mean, I have the space to do it. I need a table. So that'll probably be one of my projects is either if I decide to try to make it myself, I may, like I said, I may try to see if I can find a local what are they called? Woodsman? Woodsmith? Woodsman? Somebody who does woodwork to try to build me a table. Yet no sewing yet. Maybe. Yeah. I don't think so. Sewing is my ministry. Okay, if you're local, send me an email. If you're local to me and you have some recommendations, send me an email. For a local technical school, yeah, check your colleges. It will be cheaper because they are learning. That's a good idea too. I didn't even think about that. All right, so for the winners, I will go ahead and get this stuff out by the end of the week. Y'all, Clarence was supposed to come pick up Levi and he did not. He is already at home. So I got to get my baby home. He's got school in the morning. I will see y'all next Monday. I do plan on being on next Monday. Hopefully I don't have to cancel. I knew I was going to have Levi, but I didn't want to cancel again. So I was like, Levi just gets to make an appearance. But you guys have a good night. You guys have a good rest of the week. I will see you guys in next week. But yeah. Bye.